bought the Twilight Lego set. I'm so excited about it. It's the Cullen house. I just went to, well, I'm gonna start building it and then I'll talk to you more about my most recent Twilight obsession. Okay, I found bag 1, and here are the instructions. They're in a special, like, package, because this is a very special set. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited right now. Look at that. I'm so excited. Okay, so as I start this, I'm definitely not going to finish tonight because it's already kind of late and I was just on a plane yesterday. But I want to tell you, wait, this is so pretty. Oh wait, this is so cool. Okay, well, I'm gonna read all of this later. There's like all this beautiful like description and stuff about the creator. So I'm gonna read that soon, but I just want to start building while I talk to you first. Oh, I'm building the truck. Okay, and Bella, it looks like, who's holding her cactus. Okay, so I have loved the Twilight movies for a long time. Like, since I can remember, they were like on TV, and I would watch them on TV all the time. But it was actually during COVID that I started reading the books, and seriously watching the movies. I read the books while gardening in my grandma's garden, listening to them on audiobook, and I would read them in the park, and I just have like really strong positive associations with like my grandma and the Twilight books because of that. So I really just love them so much. They're just like comfort food for me. I just think they're really fun and silly and funny, and I don't know, they just work for me. And so this year I was just in Australia visiting family, and I learned about this really cool theater from my aunt called the Hayden Orpheum, and at that theater they play the Twilight movie, or I think it was just actually for because it's the 20th anniversary, they played all 5 Twilight movies in one day as like a Twilight Saga marathon. It was so freaking cool. So I was like, well, can we please go, because that would be such a cool experience. And I was so happy that she was like, yes, totally, we can go. It was so special. Like, when I say that this was like my favorite movie going experience I've ever had, like, I could not be more serious. I'm obsessed with movies in general. Like, I just watch a lot of movies, and I watch a lot of movies in theaters, but like I've seen Rocky Horror. Like, I've seen things where, and I love Rocky Horror, don't get me wrong. I've seen movies where there's a lot of like talking back to the screen and that sort of thing, but I've never like done anything like this. Movie marathon started at 11 a.m. It ended at 10:20 at night. Like, that's how long this movie marathon was. Also, you can't see what I'm doing at all, so maybe I'll show you a little bit of what I'm doing. Okay, now you can see what I'm doing. So anyway, I have seen movies like where the audience talks back to the screen and that kind of thing, but I have never seen anything quite like this, where the audience was just so involved in every minute of the show, and it was just like the whole reason, honestly, to do something like that is to see it with an audience like we had. It was just like so freaking magical. Like, I can't even describe to you how special. I'm obsessed with the movies, and to see them in that space. It's also like a beautiful old like Art Deco movie theater. Like, it was so cool. We brought in like tons of food and snacks and just like ate delicious Australian food all day. It was just a really special experience. I'm really also glad I could see it with my aunt, because she had not seen the movies, and so it was really cool to get to, well, she'd seen the first part, like the first half of the first movie, but it was really cool to show her all of them with that audience and that experience. It was just so special. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. And I am so grateful that we got to do that, and it really, like, I don't know, I needed that. I needed that. I knew that we were going to see that, so I started rereading the first Twilight book. I just was just as obsessed as the first time I read it. It's such a fun book, and I just actually finished it again tonight. So I also wanted to talk to you about the book. I know on here I talk a lot about like classics and really serious literature, but I also think there's so much room for like just good, fun, whatever the hell you want to read, and that's what Twilight is for me. Twilight really showed me that like everything I read does not have to be serious literature by any means. And I can still really enjoy it and have such a good time. Yeah, I just love the Twilight series. I love the books. They really like now have lots of like family memories and associations for me, which is really cool and special. And so I, you know, have invested in a Lego set like this, which I usually would not do, but it just means so much to me. And also, like, I definitely have not talked about this on YouTube, but I also just love Legos. I'm always doing Legos, and I have an orchid right here that I've done, actually. That was a lovely gift. I just love Legos, and so I've been eyeing this set for a long time, and then when I saw it, I was like, I don't know. I walked by the Lego store today, and I was like, you know, I think I need it. Because it's just been a new obsession. I think I'm gonna start Midnight Sun. I don't know if it's more interesting to see the Legos or my face. I really don't. You tell me. Maybe I'll do it again differently. These movies are really important to me, and so, you know, getting this Lego set was like a super special treat for myself. And I'm really happy I bought it, because I'm having such a good time already. I mean, I'm making the truck. It's iconic. Although, you know, upon rewatching the movies, like just about a week ago, I did realize, like, in my head, the truck is always green, and the truck is very much not green. Like, the truck is pretty orange looking, actually, in the movies, I think. And so I'm actually kind of surprised that they made it this kind of reddish color, but that's probably easier for this amount of pieces. I'm having such a blast, by the way. Like, I don't know, I know there are like Lego people that do this online, but I don't meet a lot of people like in my normal life who like really love to just sit and do Legos. But like my brother and I, we just love to sit and do Legos, and it's such a fun thing. It's just like so satisfying, and especially when it's something you love. But like also, I will do a Lego set of anything and have a great time. Steering wheel time, haha. And it goes here. I'm just gonna probably build a truck with you today, and then maybe I'll check in tomorrow and build more really fast or something. Because I should probably get some sleep soon. Hello, I finished Bella's truck and Bella with her little cactus last night. I think she can fit in her car, so let's put her in her car. And I am about to start the actual Cullen house, which is what the main part of the set. Now she's in her truck. Okay, I'm gonna do some Legos and I'll check in a bit. Alright, here I am building the bottom of the Cullen house. This is the base of the first floor. I had such a good time building Legos today. I really spent most of my day doing Legos and it was lovely. Alright, I have done this much. This is clearly the base. I'm gonna keep going, but I decided I have to watch Twilight while I'm doing this. It only feels right. So I'm putting on the Twilight movies now. I've done bag 2. This is where we're at. We've got a strong looking base. Yeah, and I'm almost to the part of the movie where he says this is the skin of a killer Bella, so I'm very excited about that. I'm also thinking after I finish the first movie, I might start listening to Midnight Sun because I've never read Midnight Sun, and I've heard that's like the best of all of them recently. So let me know if you agree, but I might start that in a minute. Alright, here I am continuing to add to the base. I'm adding some leaves and like ground interest, I guess. I feel like the time lapse looks weird, but maybe that's just me. I don't know. It feels like my arm is just in it a lot. They've just entered the house in the movie, which is getting me so excited. But here is what I've done so far. So I added some of the like greenery. I think the tree is gonna go right here that he like jumps out of the house onto with her on his back. And then we added like a bunch here and this. Alright, back to the voiceover and time lapse. Here we go. I continue building. Now I've got some walls going. Woo! I just love Legos. I can't tell you how much I love Legos. Oh, there's a painting too. Look at the painting. I think that's supposed to be Isle Esme now that I think about it. Also, this part was probably the most exciting of the whole build, but don't click off. The piano is so freaking cool. I slowed down just to show you. It opens and closes. It's so freaking sick. I love a build with a grand piano in it. So definitely very excited about that. As you can tell, I can't stop talking about it. Alright, and here I am just spinning her around doing the thing. I'm continuing to build. Yeah, but I highly recommend you read Twilight if you haven't. They're actually like wonderful, really fun books. And they get a bad rap, but they really like built a generation of people. And I think what they say about culture is also like underestimated. And I mean, there's like abortion politics and like things addressed in like the last few books and stuff that I think is way more surprising and interesting than people give Twilight credit for. I just built the bookshelf, which I thought was so cool, and then the garage door is on the other side. Also, all the art was really interesting in this set. I have finished 7 bags. I've gone a little crazy and I have to go change my laundry, but I just wanted to show you what we've got so far. I think this is pretty much the whole first story. I'm gonna give you a little tour. So this is the front door. You come in there. The stairs are there. There's a chessboard, which I love. And then a little entryway, flowers. The piano I think is the coolest part, especially because, I don't know, I play piano and that's really sick to me. And then there's a bookshelf in the garage. So that's that. I took a break to eat some food and pay my bills. But I am gonna get back to some Legoing. I'm almost finished with the first Twilight movie. I was really sad. It seems like Midnight Sun is super popular right now because it's about like a 19-week hold. Apparently I'm like number 112th on the list to get it from Libby. And I don't have any Audible credits right now. I need to start Libro FM, I think, to start getting like audiobooks through them. But I overall just am probably not going to read Midnight Sun today. I have been reading Cold Clay. and that's been really good. So maybe I'll get, well, I don't have any Audible credits. I might just keep watching the Twilight movies. I've just seen them all literally a few days ago, but, oh, there's a kitten. But I might just keep watching Twilight and keep building Legos, so. Alright, here I am, continuing with the next bag. I don't know what bag I'm on at this point, but there were 18, so, you know, didn't keep telling you what bag I was on. Also, that's my cat, Toby. He wanted a lot of attention as I was building and definitely was mad that I wasn't focusing on him. I turned the AC on, hopefully it's not super loud, but I wanted to let you know that I'm so psyched because one of my newest favorite YouTubers, I don't know how new she is to YouTube, but new to me, is Heather McClary. And she's been posting a Twilight reading series, like reading vlogs, lately, and I'm so obsessed. And she literally 18 minutes ago posted her new moon vlog, so I'm watching that, having a blast. But I'm gonna go do some more laundry and then do some more Legos. Yeah, I'm super obsessed with Heather McClary's videos lately. I have been like kind of binge watching most of them. I watched a lot of them during this build. I don't really read like super similar stuff to her besides like Slewfoot and Twilight. But I just in general like really like her style and her discussions of books. Toby, this is the part of the build where Toby just like would not leave me or the set alone, which I absolutely love. He was actually like on my lap for a long time here. It was really cute. Anyway, this is the Toby show now. And this is the second set of stairs. Woo! Woo! And I just keep going and building and going. Also, I love just like watching how dark it gets in these clips, because I truly was doing this all of the day. Like I stopped for laundry, I took a walk, I ate food, but mostly today was a Lego day. And that was really fun. But I'm also like kind of brain dead editing this right now. So if, you know, this is edited weird, it's not just because I'm bad at editing. I'm also tired. Yeah, oh, we're on the second floor now also. Okay, hopefully you can see me. Toby, my sweet boy, has been totally trying to play with my Legos as I've been Legoing, so I thought we needed a play break. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna shut this off and keep playing with him. Alright, I'm getting back to it, and at this point Toby starts crying for me to continue to play with him. I did play with him for a while, but he still is a sweet boy who has lots of playful needs, so that's why I keep getting up. Okay, that's a new bag, so that means we're making progress. I built the kitchen, which is a little hard to see in this clip, but that little bowl is like part of the kitchen where they make the Italian food for her, and then Rosalie drops the salad very dramatically. I don't know if that's supposed to be a door. I was very confused by the little like pan on the wall there. I guess it's a door. Yeah, more play. Anyway, I'm having such a good time though. Oh, there's the ketchup bottles, and the little wine bottles, and the fork and spoon were so cute. Never seen that in a Lego set before, but I'm glad I did, because that's the cutest thing I've ever seen. I'm starting to wrap up this floor, so I'm getting there. Also, time-lapsing made this like save on my phone so much better, because I have like so little storage right now, but it actually like was fine because I time-lapsed most of this video. Hopefully exporting it is not a pain though, but anyway, that's my problem. Alright, I think I'm getting close to the end of the second floor. It's so crazy to watch this like all happen in like less than 30 minutes when I spent like many hours doing this in real life.
but hopefully it's fun to watch. And I'm sorry you have to just like listen to my voice, but I hate putting...
Okay, I don't know when I last recorded. I finished the Twilight movie, I watched some more Heather McClary videos, and now I'm finishing Frankenweenie, which I started yesterday. But I wanted to show you that I have finished the second level. I'll give you a tour with the camera, but these windows open too, which is fun. This door opens, there's little balconies, and it's just really freaking cute. Let me give you a closer look. Okay, so this would be like street view of the second floor. There's a door in here. We've got the kitchen, little ketchup and mustard, so cute. I love the fork and the spoon. Then I assume that will be the other staircase. We've got this staircase, and then the baseball bats, baseball hat, so cute. And that's the second floor. Okay, I'm gonna grab the first floor and put this on top. Let's do this. Okay, I'm gonna do this super carefully. And it doesn't even say to do this yet, but I'm an impatient person, so I'm gonna do it. Maybe it goes, no, I think it goes like this. Okay, I probably shouldn't do it yet, but that's, let me give you the... This is a rough idea of what I think it will look like, but it doesn't say to put them on top yet, so I'm not gonna do it. Hello, I've gone on a walk and I made dinner because I've been in Lego mode and have not been taking care of myself very much today. So I did that, and I'm on page 189 of the book, and I think there's like 250 total, so I'm gonna see if I can finish it. My kittens are wanting lots of attention and love, so I've been hanging out with them too. But yeah, I'll get to it and I'll talk to you in a bit. All right, back to the time lapse. Third floor speed run. Oh yeah, I was also like hanging up sheets, so that's what's behind me there, because I don't have a great way to dry sheets because my dryer doesn't really work. And then Toby kept jumping on top of my keyboard and then onto the door, so that was really, really fun. So I also was getting him down from the door multiple times during this clip. Hello, so I am Legoing still. It's only like 7 o'clock, so I think I have a good shot at finishing tonight, and then I would have done it pretty much in one day. But we'll see. I shouldn't jinx it. I have my setup down here now. I've moved into a different room just to change up the scenery. Yeah, I'm gonna get started on bag 15. I think they're 18, so I'm pretty freaking close. Yeah, I'll check in a bit. All right, this is it. I'm getting there. At this point, my brain was also kind of mush, and is even more mush as I talk to you. There's the CD case that I just made. That was really cool, and I really want to know more about the stickers and the art, and I think there's probably more in the instruction booklet, but I've been like recording and then editing, so I haven't actually read the instruction booklet yet. That was me building the bathroom mostly. Hello, I moved back upstairs. I'm getting close to finishing. I'm at page 239, so I'm really close. Yep. All right, I think that's the last bag. Is that what I said? I don't know. Oh no, this is the roof. I didn't realize what this was, but those are little lights that go on the ceiling, which I thought was so brilliant. I'd never seen that in a Lego set before. So that's one panel of the roof, and then this is the other panel that also has a vent for the bathroom. Like, how clever is that? Okay, and here's me putting it all together. Oh my god. Okay, turns out more time lapse. This is me building Jacob the wolf. I was a little annoyed that they left this for last, because, like, honestly,
I wanted to just be done with the house and be done. So I was not super happy to be building Jacob the Wolf, or the tree, which is what I think I'm doing now. But yeah. Hi, okay. I finished it. Here are all the characters. Here's Carlisle and Charlie. Here's Rosalie and Esme, and Jacob, and he comes with short hair as well, which I love. And there's Wolf Jacob as well, which you'll never see in the same room, of course. Yeah, let me show you the house. All right, here it is. Woo! So fun. So I spent pretty much most of the day building Legos, but it was such a blast, and I really love this Lego set in the Twilight series, so this was super special. I definitely recommend it. I think it's a really cool set, and I'm gonna put it probably up here to display for a long time. Thanks so much for watching. Yeah, please let me know your thoughts about the Twilight series. I don't want to hear if you don't like them, but otherwise I'm very curious, like, what are your favorite books and movies? Which character is your favorite? Are you Team Edward, Team Jacob? Let me know. Bye! Okay, I am so sorry. I'm totally, so sorry, but I just had to show you that Edward sparkles. Yeah, he sparkles. Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle! This is the skin of a killer, Bella. Alright, this is how I've set it up. Ignore the dust, but I'm really happy with it. And Edward and Bella are in the tree.